Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Fire. I am your host, Krazee J, and I have a very special guest with me today. He is the first America's belt holder, and as I mentioned in the description, he only had to relinquish that belt only because he was unable to attend the last League of Fire sponsored championship, but he is here to reclaim his title. This gentleman holds multiple Guinness Book records for super hots and various things, but I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to hold him up. Let's go ahead and bring him on. So let's have a good time and let's get to know Mike Jack.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. Welcome.
Hey.
So, yeah, I am Krazee J, and this is actually my first time meeting you, really.
It is.
So,
Good to meet you.
yes, very excited. So, like I mentioned to you backstage, most of these people I've interacted with on a pretty regular basis. I really only know of you because of your name, but this is why we're here, to help all of us get ourselves out there. And I know you're a semi-public figure anyway, and you are here because you were invited by the League of Fire to attend Zest Fest in Dallas for America's belt.
Yep, I was.
Awesome. And that's
Yeah.
exciting in itself. So at this point, I just go ahead and kick things off. And I would like to share, if you would share just a little bit of a background about you, whatever you're comfortable sharing. And then maybe, because I'm going to ask you anyway, when and how you got started into the spicy chili community.
All right, cool. Yeah. I'm Mike Jack. I have a YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Mike Jack Eats Heat. Been doing that for like 6 years now. So kind of a while. I've broken 8 Guinness World Records. 4 of them were for hot peppers, and 4 of them were for speed eating other things. I've been in the book 3 years in a row now. The 2023 book just came out last week, and I got another picture in there, so that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a TV show now on Rogers TV, London in Canada, and yeah, that just started last week. So that's pretty cool. Or this week, actually, on Monday. And yeah, what else about me? Yeah, I guess so how I started, I got into hot sauce like 20 years ago or whatever. Just I wasn't into hot sauce as a kid or anything. My parents didn't have any spicy stuff around. But more like in college, almost like as a dare sort of thing, like, roommates being like, hey, Mike, like, what's the matter? You don't want any hot sauce on your pizza? So, just got into basic stuff like, Frank's Red Hot and Sriracha and whatever. And at the time, I got to say, I actually thought those were like super spicy. I thought those were like crazy hot for me. And, but, I liked hot sauce, and over time I put more and more on my food. And eventually it was like, there was more like hot sauce than food on my plate. So I was trying to find like hotter sauces and
right.
Just keep finding hotter and hotter stuff. And then eventually like a coworker of mine told me about Smokin' Ed Curry and Pucker Butt Pepper Company and World's Hottest Peppers, Carolina Reapers. So yeah, I looked all that up, and I ordered some hot sauce from him and just used just a couple dots on my food at first, and then now we eat hot sauce like that, like ketchup, you know what I mean?
Awesome.
So yeah, then like I guess like 6 years ago, one of my buddies wanted to start a YouTube channel because he heard people were having success with YouTube and everything. And we didn't really know what we were going to do. And we were thinking about different ideas. And he was like, oh, you're really good with spicy stuff. Like there's these people eating like hot peppers and stuff like on YouTube. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. So I watched some videos. Like at the time it was like this was a while, like there was like a the fire breathing idiot, Ted Barris. There was like Chili Queen from Australia.
Yeah.
LA Beast was doing some stuff, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I was like, oh, I'm never going to be able to eat peppers like those guys do. So we're trying to think of like something else we could do. So we started doing like movie reviews, and we'd eat something spicy, and then we would struggle through the movie review sort of thing.
Okay, that's cool.
Because we're both into movies and stuff. So we did that, but it was like I would do some peppers and not really react too much. And my buddy Drew, it was called Mike and Drew's Hot Reviews, kind of rhymes or whatever.
Oh, I like
that.
Yeah.
But my buddy Drew would like get really messed up and hurt and everything. So, but yeah, like people wanted to see me, try to push myself and stuff more. So I just kept, eating more and more peppers and stuff like that. And I was like, what's something that's like, impressive that people are doing? And they had, at the time they were doing this challenge called the Screaming Eagles Challenge, where it's like 21 peppers, like whatever peppers you want to do or whatever, you just eat 21 of them. So I was like, I'm going all out. I'm going to eat 21 Carolina Reaper peppers. So I made a video doing that. That was maybe like the first like kind of impressive thing that I did, I guess. And then then people were like, well, what's like, is that the most anybody's ever eaten? And at the time, like, I was looking stuff up, and Chili Queen from Australia eating like 24 Reapers, I think it was.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat like 30 Reapers. So I set up like this charity event at a local pub. I ate like 30 Reapers, and then people were like, is that like a Guinness record? And I was like, I don't know. So I looked up Guinness records and learned about that, and saw it was all, speed eating stuff. So I, learned about, I didn't really know anything about speed eating, but I researched it and stuff like that. And then I went and, set up another event or whatever. And I broke my first Guinness record, which was for fastest time to eat 3 ghost peppers. And then I broke another one for most ghost peppers eaten in 1 minute.
Right.
That was like a few months later or whatever. And then I just kept breaking them, I guess.
Yeah. And then I also understand like the actual record for like most Carolina Reapers was considered too dangerous for the Guinness Book technically in one sitting because of the amount that was consumed, I believe is what I understand.
Yeah, it's just for any Guinness records, they don't do like just amount in a sitting. It's all like timed or like fastest time to eat like a certain amount. Yeah. Just because they don't want because I guess you can hurt yourself if you eat like too many of like not just peppers, but if you just overeat, and I don't know, I guess you can hurt yourself somehow, but yeah, so that's why they don't do like stuff like that. But I've been trying to get them to make like a record that I can try to break that's like more like crazy. Like I was like, how about like fastest time to eat 50 Carolina Reapers? But they like they just won't really do that for me. So
excellent. So when you first got into this peppers and stuff like that, did you understand like what your body was going through? Is this something you knew about ahead of time, or did something you learned about through experience? Or, have you ever experienced like the cramps and stuff that come with all that? Did you understand what your body was going through?
Like, yeah, I knew that it like, it hurt and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I guess when I first started, like it was my wife Jamie, she was like kind of concerned about like health stuff and everything like that, and if I was just like just like killing myself or whatever. But like we did a bunch of research and saw it's like relatively like harmless and stuff like that. It's just it just hurts a lot, and you don't really like, it doesn't actually burn your insides and stuff like that like some people think and everything. So
yeah, a lot of people have the misconception that this causes issues with your stomach, and it actually has the opposite effect. It's fairly healthy. I mean, other than some people like to get rid of it by vomiting or whatever, and that's of course not good for your body. But you know, yeah,
Yeah.
that's very cool. It's very interesting, like I said, to get to know you on this level. I was trying to figure out like when you discovered like the League of Fire or anything like that. Is this something like just through doing challenges that you discovered, or did somebody say, "Hey, League of Fire hosts these challenges, you could earn points and stuff like that"? So when did you learn about League of Fire?
I knew about League of Fire like right when it started and everything.
Okay.
Like I was, following uh like UK Chili Queen, Shahina and stuff like that. And
Yes,
I knew like Matt Tangent who like started and everything.
for
So
sure.
I was kind of, involved in the pepper community before League of Fire started, so I kind of knew about it
Nice.
right away.
Awesome. So what is the things that you like to do to prepare yourself for consuming these spicy foods, whether it be challenges or quantities or of of these peppers? What do you do to prepare yourself, your body prep wise?
Like prep wise, I guess I just make sure I like kind of fill my stomach up. What I usually do is like a bowl of hash browns.
Mm,
That's kind of my thing.
that's cool.
They're kind of greasy and kind of soak stuff up or whatever. So yeah, basically my main prep is just like to eat a bunch of food. Like I don't think peppers, I've done challenges and stuff like, eating a lot of peppers.
Right.
Uh I don't think they really ever fill you up, or they don't fill me up anyway. So I just get my stomach like really full.
Okay.
I ate like a lot of hash browns, couple like peanut butter sandwiches, maybe some bananas, some stuff like that. So
Sure.
yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I use the peanut butter and the bananas and stuff like that. That's usually what I try to get into. I've only been doing this really for a very short period of time, kind of since just before the COVID era, basically.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. And then, of course, the online stuff, everybody was basically virtual. And that's kind of how I grew into the community. I started with just the one chip challenge. So, what was like the first challenge worthy thing that you've ever done?
Yeah, I guess the first challenge worthy thing that I did was like when I ate the like 21 Reapers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like, I was into eating just a lot of Carolina Reapers. I ate those and I ate like 30 Reapers. I guess before that I ate like 30 ghost peppers. I just like um, before like the challenges were really all that popular, really. Like
Right.
there was just pepper seed. So that's kind of how I started off. Um, yeah, I guess like the one chip challenge in that.
Right.
Um, I did like I think the first year I did it, I think it was like the second year it was out or something like that. I
Mhm.
ate like 22 of them.
Okay.
Um, that was like that's like my most popular YouTube video. Actually, it has like almost 2 million views. And then I ate like 54 of them a couple
Oh, wow.
years later. Uh, yeah, yeah, those are some of the big ones I did. I did like just when was it? A couple months ago, I ate 60 Reapers. They were direct from Ed Curry too, so they were
Yeah, monsters for sure.
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was at the New England Hot Sauce Festival.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, so those are some of the big challenges I've done. I've won my last 5 pepper competitions in a row. So
Right.
yeah, ready to make it 6.
Yes, for sure. So would you say you have a like a natural tolerance, like pain tolerance type of thing? Or is this something that like you've had to like overcome? Because it sounds like this is something that almost comes easy to you, is what it sounds like.
I had to work a lot at it to get to where I am and stuff like that. And
Right.
yeah, like I said, like, one time I thought like sriracha was super hot.
Sure.
I used to go to the movie theater, and the little cups of jalapenos you could get. I
Yeah.
put them on my nachos, but I couldn't use the whole cup because
Okay.
it was too
Right.
crazy for me. So just over time, I kind of built up a tolerance over a long time, like mostly with like hot sauce and stuff, and then I got into peppers like after. So, um, yeah, I wouldn't say it's just like natural. Like now, it kind of feels natural because it's just like
Something you do all
for
the time.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, now it's something I do all the time. Exactly. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's
So would you say because of your tolerance that you have you have to use a lot more spice to actually make your food taste good to you? Because I've heard that that's a thing. Like some people, because if they try to kind of not, if they're used to using hot and spicy all the time, that when they eat something that's not spicy or even high spicy, it tastes very bland to them. Is that something you find yourself dealing with, or
sometimes it depends. It depends what I'm eating, I guess. If it's something kind of boring and stuff, then I need to add some hot sauce, or sometimes I'll have something that's like got a bit of something spicy in it or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, this is kind of a letdown. I need to like use more. I'll go add some more to it or whatever until it's kind of hot or whatever. But I don't know. Sometimes I do eat food without spicy stuff on it if it's if it's something that's interesting and tastes good, I guess. So
right?
yeah.
So I've already asked you. You've experienced the cramps, the cramping that's come with this. What is something you do to remedy yourself from that, or is it something you actually can kind of get used to, or is it something that it just kind of hits different each time, or anything like that?
I think it's something that you can get like you can get used to a little bit. Like I haven't gotten to the point where I just like don't feel them at all if I do something
Right.
crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I guess I try to like just like drink a lot of water. I guess just to like
Mhm.
keep everything
Right.
flowing inside. You know what I mean? Keep it moving.
For sure.
Um, if I try to I try to eat stuff just to dilute the peppers, the capsaicin or whatever, just like as much as you can. Um, or if you can throw up, like that helps a lot too. Just
Yes.
like as much as can get out if you're gonna do that. Um, yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing. I usually just lay down on the tile floor in the bathroom, and
Very common.
it's
Yeah.
nice and cool there. Sometimes I get kind of like I call them like sweat attacks. Like
Yes.
you just suddenly just like just are just dripping with sweat or whatever. So
Yes.
sometimes those get pretty intense. I've had to just jump in the tub and just shoot the cold water on me and stuff like
Right.
that. So
Yeah, I know the sweats. That's the thing that I experience. And like I would have to say, have you ever reached the level of the capsaicin high? And if you can you describe to your best of your ability what that feels like to you?
yeah, I've definitely had the high before. I guess the most messed up I've ever been was when I ate those 60 Reapers just like a couple months ago.
Mhm.
Uh what made me stop eating them, because I had more peppers, like I was just trying to eat as many as I could. I
Right.
was hoping to maybe like break the record or whatever. Um but yeah, I just what put me out was kind of I was just like so high. I thought I was gonna pass out. Like I was just like my head was falling down and like kind of hitting the table,
Right.
stuff like that. So and then I was just so messed up. Like I felt like I couldn't like close my mouth. Like I felt like there was stuff like just falling out of my mouth, sort of thing. So yeah, like it actually felt like, and like people were saying and stuff too, that it seemed like I was just like drunk. Like I like
Right.
was done, and I like couldn't walk, and I was just stumbling around, sort of thing, and just kind of slurring my words. And I was I was super messed up. So um yeah, that's kind of what it feels like when you get that crazy. So yeah.
Sure. See, I don't know if I've ever pushed myself so far that I've gone to that level, but I've definitely had to like go to the zone in a sense where I put myself into like a zen type of zone, but not to the point where it was just such the heat or my body's response to it just kind of gave me that, you know, everything else is kind of just there. I don't think I've ever reached that level. And I mean, of course, I wouldn't say I'm overly skilled, and it's probably been 8 months since I've actually done anything really spicy anyway. But kind of what I was going to ask you next is, when do you know like you've reached your limit? Like, because you say you try to just go these quantities and you try to eat more and more and more. What is your limit, and how do you know you've reached that? Is it a stomach thing, or just the heat, or how does that work?
Um like like for me recently, like it's my limit is like when I get so messed up that I can't eat anymore, right? That's happened to
Okay.
me. It's happened to me twice, where I kind of just stop, not because of my stomach or not because of the heat in my mouth or anything like that. It's just because I was just so messed up. So I try to like figure out different things I can do. Like each time I stop, I'm like, okay, like why did I stop this challenge? Like I need to, figure it out. So next time I do something, I'll be able to go a little bit farther, right?
Right.
So um yeah, I don't think I've ever I don't know if I've ever really stopped a challenge because the heat was like too hot. Like I've stopped a lot of times because my stomach gave out or whatever.
Right.
So I've tried to like, build a stronger stomach and like, do better prep and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I can go for like longer doing challenges and stuff. And now it's trying to figure out like how to not get so messed up in my head that I'm going to stop. So that's kind of what I'm working on now.
Right.
um the last time I did a competition in Ottawa there, and the competition was pretty crazy. It actually went for like 2 hours of eating
Mhm.
peppers. And before that, I was drinking a bunch of coffee and stuff because I
Right.
figured like that would like keep me awake or make it so I wasn't like like passy outy from the all the stuff going on in my head and everything. So
For sure. For
yeah, that's
sure.
kind of what I'm working on now, is not to pass out when I eat a lot of peppers. So
Mhm. Right. Yeah. I mean, it sounds like I it I don't even know how to describe it, because I wish I had the kind of tolerance or experience like to just go through and eat multiples like you. And I know it's a thing you can train yourself to do, but even then, everybody really does have their limits.
yeah.
You know. So, and that varies from person to person. And I'm sure you're familiar with Dustin Johnson.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and, he just looks like he's never bothered by anything, even though he claims it really gets to him. He just has a really high tolerance. I think I have an interview scheduled with him coming up soon. So as with all the other contestants, and so yeah, it's been really cool to get your background, because it's tough to ask questions to somebody who almost makes it look easy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it does it a lot of people we call normies, of course, and there's nothing normal about the chili community. But like I said, you'd almost make it look too easy sometimes from what I've seen. And I think
Thanks.
what they call you, the molten moose from Canada.
Yeah, the molten moose. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Um,
Hey.
so let's see. I need to know, because it's very important, what your favorite smell is. I gotta know.
What my favorite smell is?
Yes, like your favorite thing, or maybe something that brings back a good memory, or something you just enjoy. Maybe it's weird. I don't know.
Wow, I never really thought about it before. Favorite smell?
Yeah. I know it's off the wall question sometimes, but
Uh, I don't really know. I guess maybe like a maybe a fresh like Hawaiian pizza.
okay. Oh, I like
I
that.
like I like this. I like the smell of that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um. Yeah, I'll go with that. Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I've had a couple of people say that grass clippings and just different things. And some people have they like the old stale cigar smoke smell because it
Oh
reminds them of
yeah.
somebody, just stuff like that.
Huh.
Um, so what is your favorite pepper to eat by flavor profile, heat, and just something you enjoy or something that just pushes you? What is your favorite pepper and why?
Well, like if I'm eating peppers like with food or like on something, I usually like, you know, the hottest peppers I can get because I'm just like the food that I eat is hopefully like pretty flavorful in that, and I just want to add like
The
heat
heat.
to it to make it like hot. But if I'm eating just a pepper, by itself, like just for flavor and not for heat and stuff, I really I like jalapenos and like serranos and
Yeah,
poblanos, and I like kind of green peppers, I guess, green mild peppers for flavor,
right.
I guess.
For
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. Um, yeah, and, like my experience with serranos, I was like, man, they're twice as hot as jalapenos, and I swear some restaurants use those instead of jalapenos, and they don't even realize it because they almost look the same.
Yeah, they
Uh,
might. Yeah.
yeah. So in this part, or this part of the thing, I like to give you a chance to kind of give a plug or promote yourself or promote somebody else. It can be about anything you want. You can share anything you want at this point. Maybe promote a company or whatever. It's kind of like a shameless plug, and this is your time to do that.
All right, cool. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Uh check out, my social media stuff. Mike Jack Eats Heat, like, all the social medias. It's cool stuff. I post a lot of pictures and things of me eating food and spicy stuff and
Mhm.
whatever, and just having fun. Uh, I got my own hot sauce from Dawson's Hot Sauce out
Nice.
in Hamilton, Ontario. They're one of my fave companies, and they made a really awesome sauce for me. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I like lots of hot sauce companies. Hurtbury Farm is another awesome one.
Yeah.
Pepper North and uh, stuff like that. In Canada, I like Hellfire hot sauce. They're a good
Mhm.
one. Torchbearer, that's another one of my favorite ones.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like lots of different ones. Um, yeah, you can check out my TV show if you're in London, Ontario. It's on cable television,
Sweet.
Rogers TV. If you're outside of London, you can watch it on the Rogers YouTube channel, or if you go to rogerstv.com/jack up the heat, then you can. There's links to their YouTube stuff there and showtimes and stuff. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate that. Like I said, I like to give everybody a chance to kind of share who they what they promote. Some people like to promote other companies, just like you did. They promote themselves. I like to give everybody a chance to share that. And like I said, you've kind of already answered the question that I would ask next, which was where could we see more of you? So we've already covered that, and I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, Zest Fest coming up in just over a week, just over
yeah,
a week, and you are going to get that belt back, and you're going to take it home with you.
I am gonna get it.
Yeah, yeah. It really. I don't want to say sucks, but I mean it is part of the game sometimes when you can't make an event.
Yeah,
You're asked to do it, and I get it. Not everybody's going to make everything. So and I do hope they move some of these competitions up north to you all as well to make everybody have an opportunity. So
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's been very cool, and I like the way they're traveling around with it and kind of exposing the League of Fire and kind of getting them out there more publicly than what some people do know of them. And I think this is a very cool way to do it. It promotes people, and it promotes the League of Fire, like I said, which is a worldwide organization. Everybody has a chance to be part of something, and I really appreciate your time. Like I said, I don't really like to go overboard with these because I don't want to make them kind of redundant and stuff like that. So just kind of a little background about who you are and why you are the way you are. And I loved every bit of this so far.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what are you looking forward to most about attending Zest Fest other than winning that belt? Just
Oh, yeah, I guess you know, meeting everybody there. I've met Dustin before. He's a pretty cool guy.
yeah.
I haven't met Shahina or Paul, so it'll be
There you go. Yep.
cool to meet them. Yeah, and Jason Bat Pants,
Mhm.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for
Of course.
sure.
Maybe a
Meet
head
people.
to head type of situation. You never know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, that stuff's gonna be fun and that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
and I'm
like.
sure you're determined to fight every way. What I was going to ask is there a point where you're just going to let your body push its limit if it gets to that and just fight as hard as you can, or is it just, yeah? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because what's your thoughts? What's your prediction on how you're going to handle um the challenge itself of eating the peppers? You're just going to push
I
yourself till
think.
you can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's what I do. I guess. I think that I'll do pretty good. It's like um, so it's going to be like 10 rounds of peppers. Some rounds are multiple peppers, stuff
Right.
like that. I've done that kind of stuff before. If it's like 20 peppers in 10 rounds, and that's cool.
Right.
I think that'll be something I can do. And then at the end, it's a speed round. So, I think I'll do good at that. So,
Yeah, I agree. I think if it comes down to a speed type of round, you obviously have a liking for that kind of thing, you know. So that's really cool. I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I wish I could be there in person, but I wish you the best of luck and as
thanks.
well as every competitor. But I honestly, and I don't really try to pull for anybody, particularly when I do these interviews, but I really, if I was going, you would be the one I would be afraid of going up against. Like
Oh,
just
thanks.
like for real. Like I said, of what I've learned about you and kind of seen, because I try to research a little bit about each person before I interview them, just so I have a little bit of something to talk about. But yeah, so here he is, Mike Jack, and I thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me squeeze into your schedule. And like I said, I think you'll do very well. So best of luck to you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
All right, and we'll see you soon.
Cool.
All right, well, there you have it. Another interview with another competitor in the Zest Fest. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did to get to know Mike just a little bit better. Um, it's tough to ask somebody like that questions. I know I get into some things with a lot of other people, but basically hit every point that I normally do with others. How they got started, why they do it, kind of thing, and where they go from here. Heavy hitter, in my opinion. Definitely somebody we need to look out for and keep watching. So I know I will be, and I love you all. I hope to see you all again soon. Stay crazy, my friends.